On everybody, welcome back to the one and only fragrance fraternity, the only fraternity in the world that smells so damn good. It doesn't smell like a bunch of spilled alcohol and beer. It actually smells like fine fragrance oils here at the fraternity. Go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing. And if you like more fragrance content, if you like spraying yourself down and dousing yourself with beautiful perfume oils, this is going to be the place for you. Fragrance fraternity. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You'll be happy you did. All right, guys. So today it is a rainy day in LA. It is pouring, cats and dogs. It is windy. The wind is howling out there. And yeah, why not talk about some rainy day fragrances? Some fragrances that put you in that kind of same mindset that a rainy day does. You know, kind of sluggish, a little bit maybe more cozy, a little bit lazy, a little bit sleepy, perhaps. These are fragrances that maybe evoke some of those same emotions. So let's go ahead and get started with Bad Boy Cobalt Elixir. This is a 2024 release, kind of a tacky lightning bolt bottle, but if you're a big Harry Potter fan like I am, you're going to enjoy it. So basically this is a blue fragrance, but you're going to get a lot of this vanilla sweetness coming in as well that really gives it a boost in performance. I got a solid 10 hours the other day out of this thing. I had my whole day going on, and then I hit the shower later that night, and it was still coming off my skin. So if you're a big performance guy or girl, this is going to definitely be something you want to look into. You do get a little bit of this plum fruity sweetness that you get from the original Cobalt. It doesn't list the plum in the notes, but it's definitely there. You pick it up, you pick up that fruity sweetness. It has a very modern sort of blue fragrance feel to it. It's got that, you know, perhaps some ambroxan and tonka bean type sweetness mixing in really well together. That is going to capture some positive attention, and people are going to love the way this smells. Very fresh, tight, a tad sweet with that plum fruitiness coming in, and just overall a great mass appealing fragrance that you can wear to work or to school or just casually, wherever, whenever. You're going to smell great with Bad Boy Cobalt Elixir. All right, next one up, guys, is going to be from the house of Viktor and Rolf. This is Spicebomb Infrared. This is the Eau de Parfum. If you're a fan of red fragrances, if you're a fan of cranberries, you got to get your nose on Infrared Eau de Parfum. One of the best designer red fragrances out there. Not quite as sweet as like a Polo Red or something like that. Definitely the spices are here. A lot of cinnamon and maybe nutmeg, some other spices working in. And really it's all about the kind of experience really of this fragrance, because you spray it on, the opening is beautiful, and then it just lingers. It sits a little bit closer to the skin, not a beast in projection per se. It does have good performance, but I've noticed in my wearing, it does tend to sit a little bit closer to the skin. So I call it in that above average performance with the projection on the more moderate side of things. However, it's absolutely phenomenal. If you're a fan of red fragrances at all, if you may be looking to expand your red fragrance collection, check out Infrared, specifically the Eau de Parfum. I think it's a big improvement over the Eau de Toilette, so you want to go for the Eau de Parfum. If you get a chance to check this one out, I can definitely put my stamp of approval behind it. All right, guys, let's go to an all-time great here at the fraternity, Le Male Le Parfum. Man, will it ever be dethroned? I doubt it, because this is one of the best fragrances that I've ever smelled. Definitely goes in the top 10 of my entire collection. I know for a lot of people too. Don't let that big bulge fool you guys. This is a beast. Great performance here. Great iris, cardamom, spice working together. A little bit of tonka bean here as well. Gives it that modern edge. You do pick up a little bit of the original Le Male. However, I think this is like 100 times better than the original Le Male. Le Male Le Parfum. It beats the Elixir in my mind as well. That one is really honeyed sweet. I think the blend on this one is perfect. If you like a little bit of powder, a little bit of class, elegant sophistication, a fantastic date night scent, and something that will just capture the love of everyone around you. At least it does for me. Everybody tells me they love how this smells whenever I wear it. So you're probably going to get a similar result with Le Male Le Parfum. Great performance for me, last and last. You will go nose blind to it, so just be aware of that. All right, next one up we have is a pretty new release as well. This is Boss Bottled Absolu. I snagged this bottle from Perfume Empire for $49 for a tester. So thank you to TZ Fragrance. He put me onto that killer deal. And $49 for this fragrance is just a ridiculous, ridiculous price. If they still have it, if you guys have been interested, I consider I recommend you guys snag it for that price if you've been looking into it. This is a statement maker, guys. This is not a beginner's type fragrance at all. So if you're just getting into this, or you're a little bit newer to the game, or you're maybe, you know, into the more kind of teenager type scents, which I am too, this is not going to be for you. This is a resinous, balsamic kind of a patchouli and darker type fragrance here. Ridiculous performance here. This does not smell like a designer. This smells like it could have been in a niche fragrance bottle and commanded, you know, $150 for a price range. Crazy good performance. Last and last, I actually wore this yesterday. I woke up this morning 8-9 hours later and it was still prominently coming off of me. I could smell it like as if I just sprayed it. So ridiculous performance here. If you are looking for a wintertime cold weather stunner, look no further than Boss Bottled Absolu. Definitely want to get your nose on it first. This is a little bit more of a challenging fragrance, so I don't think you'd be all right blind buying this. Definitely want to get your nose on it, but you may fall in love with it. I think it's the best release from last year, Boss Bottled Absolu. They've been killing it in the Boss fragrance house lately. They've been putting out some fire. All right, guys, next one up is a lavender, cardamom, and fig fragrance. This is from BDK. This is Gris Charnel. Definitely more on the unisex side here. Some guys prefer the X-Straight. They find it a little bit more masculine. I actually prefer the blend of the EDP. Again, you're going to get some of those spices working in with that beautiful fig and black tea. Really, it's this cozy vibe. It's this perfect rainy day vibe. It's exactly what we're trying to capture with the rainy day fragrance. That kind of chill and cozy, relaxing type feel is what I get from BDK Gris Charnel. After a long day of work, this is the perfect fragrance to wind down with. Kind of puts you in this, you know, Netflix and chill type of mood if you're into that kind of thing. And yeah, definitely a standout from the house of BDK. Great quality as all their fragrances are. Definitely want to get your nose on this if you're a big fan of cardamom, lavender, fig, and or black tea, and any of those sound good. Check out BDK Gris Charnel. This is the Eau de Parfum. I prefer it to the X-Straight, but you may want to get your nose on that as well. I know a lot of people like the X-Straight version. It's just more ramped up, a little woodier, and a little bit more intense. All right, next one up is an affordable fragrance. This is from Varvatos in collaboration with the artist Nick Jonas. This is Crimson, Artisan Crimson, because of the red bottle, obviously. This, to me, reminds me of apple cider a lot. So if you enjoy drinking apple cider in the wintertime, if that sounds like something that's appealing to you, it's apple cider with a little bit of booziness, a little bit of rum coming in there. And personally, I'm a little bit averse to, you know, boozy fragrances, but this one really works for me. It's very easygoing. It's very designer nose friendly. It's, you know, very approachable. Maybe not the best performance here. Unfortunately, that is kind of the wrap with these Varvatos fragrances. So this is maybe one that you want to carry with you in the car and then spray right before you go in somewhere. But if you do that, you're going to be hit with some compliments. I can almost guarantee it if you got, you know, the rest of your outfit on point. This fragrance is just kind of like a casual, fun, going out with friends, maybe grabbing a drink at the bar after work kind of fragrance. Easygoing, but also works really well in the wintertime. It's not a, you know, typical blue freshie or anything like that. It's something that is casual for the wintertime, for going out, with a little bit of nice kind of apple and rum intrigue going on as well to differentiate it. So Artisan Crimson, you get this for like $35. I think the scent is fantastic. Don't love the performance, but to me and where I'm at in my journey, it's more about the scent than the performance where I'm at. So if you're like me, you're going to actually really love Crimson as well. Another good red fragrance. All right, let's keep it moving here with Dolce & Gabbana, the one Eau de Parfum. I haven't had this one for too long, but I do really like it. I kind of was late to the game on this. That's why the bottle is so full. A sweet tobacco fragrance here, a little bit of woods as well. Some nice spices going on, a date night staple. This has been covered over and over ad nauseum, recommended on every date night list out there, and for good reason. I really like this iteration over the Eau de Toilette. Good performance here, very masculine type fragrance, and just a stunning fragrance to go out in the evening with your lady or by yourself or whenever, really. Dolce & Gabbana, the one Eau de Parfum. Get your nose on it, guys. Let me know what you think. It did take me some time, but this one grew on me more and more as I tried it. It was probably the third time where I really fell in love with it. So Dolce & Gabbana, the one Eau de Parfum. I like it. All right, next one up is just one of the most beautiful bottles in the collection. Very happy to own this. Thank God I was able to acquire this. This is Zaharoff's Signature Aurum, guys. Look at the honeycomb plate on this. Isn't that stunning? Man, talk about the best honey fragrance I've ever tried. It's right here. Honey coming off of like a cinnamon, stick type thing. Just cinnamon and honey in the most perfect blend you've ever imagined in your life. Insane quality here, insane performance. This is a fragrance that the quality is so good you could spray it 50 times and it still won't overwhelm you. At least it didn't for me. The first time I got this, I probably sprayed it about 50 times in one night. And I was radiating like a mofo. But I'll tell you what, it wasn't overpowering. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too intense. I just really couldn't get enough of the way that this smells. And I had several people compliment me and tell me that I smelled really good and they really liked it. So even, non-fragrance people, just regular people going out, they really enjoy the way this smells. If you're a fan of honey at all, do yourself a favor, get a sample of this and experience it, and you may end up picking up a 4-ounce bottle like I did. And I think this plate is just something else. Such beauty from the House of Zaharoff. The design on these bottles is really unlike anything else that I've seen out there. Designer, niche, independent, anything. Beautiful. Zaharoff Signature Aurum, my favorite honey fragrance. Can't recommend this one enough if you guys like honey. All right, 2 more, guys. Thanks for sticking with me. This is for my iris lovers out there. This is Givenchy Gentleman Society. This is the Extreme. It is so much better than the original Society, in my opinion. It's got a little bit of coffee going on here. It does have that powdery iris vibe. It's got a little bit of woods, a little bit of spices. It is a classy, elegant, sophisticated type fragrance. It beckons to be dressed up a little bit more. But if you're like me, you just kind of spray a fragrance whenever you're feeling like it. You don't really tailor it to your outfit too much. The performance here is a little bit above average. I wouldn't call it a beast. I would call it solid, but not something that's going to blow your mind. The first 2 hours, it's projecting pretty heavily, and then it sits a little bit closer to the skin in hour 3 or 4. Probably get about 6 or 7 hours in total of it. Really, that's as much as I ever am really asking for any fragrance to last or whatever. I don't really need more than that. Anyway, I love the bottle here. I think it's really nice with this plate on the front of it. I apologize for the fingerprints, but, get your nose on this, guys. If you like powdery iris with a little bit of coffee, I think you're going to really enjoy the way this smells. If you like La Male Parfum, fragrances like that, Aurum Intense, there's a many of these. Valentino Uomo Intense, Ralph's Club Elixir, you get where I'm going at. If you like those kind of fragrances, this is one worth checking out and seeing how you feel about it. Yeah, and there's some other ones that are kind of similar, the EDP, the Reserve Privé, they kind of had that powdery iris vibe, but this is really my favorite one of all of them. So highly recommend that one. All right, last but certainly not least, and I dropped it for the first time. I've never dropped it doing that. Oh well, here we go. Prada Black. This is Prada Black, guys. This has got a black soapiness to it. Some people have described this as a Play-Doh type smell in the opening. I don't really get Play-Doh, but I kind of see where they're coming from at the same time. This is not as complex as some, may have you believe. Pretty friendly, pretty easygoing, very soapy. That is what, Prada is known for. If you like your fragrances that don't, scream across the room and make a huge announcement like, yo, I've arrived and you will smell me. Something like an Eros. If you're an Eros guy, this is probably not going to be your jam. This is a little bit more reserved. This is a little bit more chilled out. This is a little bit more of a rainy day type fragrance, whatever the heck that means, right? So Prada Black, guys, another date night scent. If you enjoy these, soapy Prada type of, easygoing, very kind of reserved type of emotional guy, very kind of down low type of low key dude, this is who this fragrance is for. I think you could even wear this to work. I don't think it's only for date night, even though that's kind of where it gets categorized into, but just a fantastic fragrance. Get your nose on it. It may not blow your mind if you're like a niche snob or a fragrance aficionado, but if you're just kind of getting into this and you're just looking for a really, really solid date night or evening scent, this is going to have you covered, especially if you're not into the fragrances that are super loud or obnoxious. This is not that. This is very elegant, refined, and makes a nice statement without screaming and announcing its presence, basically. Prada Luna Rossa Black. All right, that's it for today. Those are the 10 quote unquote rainy day fragrances here. Let's hope the weather gets back to 75 and sunny. That's what we're always looking for here in Southern California. Hopefully you're not freezing wherever you're watching this. I know it's kind of like the middle of winter. We're almost to spring though, guys. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought about these. Have you tried any of them? And let me know a rainy day fragrance that you would suggest to put in this video that I may have missed. I would love to know your suggestions. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you have not. And I will catch you next time at the Fragrance Fraternity, the best damn smelling fraternity in the world. Can't do without you guys. Keep bringing that positive energy into the world. That's what we need here today. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. All right. Have a good day, guys. See ya.